City Skylines is full of really cool features. In this video alone, we're going to go over 16 of the most underrated features in the game. That's more features than subscribers I'm going to gain from this video. I mean, you can try to prove me wrong, but I'm pretty sure about it. Okay, first off, the snapping options, or better say toggle off all snapping. Sometimes I want to place a road and it's literally going to snap to everything. It's going to snap to guidelines, to the grid, to the road length, and it's just something that kind of is tricky to do because it flings around between the various snapping points like crazy. And so sometimes I just love to turn off all snapping and just freeform it, go by hand, and look at that, a nice and smooth road. The change of elevation step is next, specifically for walking paths. What I love to do sometimes is have a tad bit of elevated walking paths because it looks really cool. Now, if we leave it to this elevation step and we hit page up on our keyboard, look at Jesus, Lord in heavens, that is so high up. I love to go down to the lowest elevation step and one click. Now just look how amazing this walking path looks next to the road with that one little elevation step. It is really amazing. It looks great. It gives great visuals to your city, and it's just super cool that we have that. One of the most underrated features in my opinion. Next up, I love one-way roads. Yes, indeed. Since traffic can become the biggest enemy in City Skylines, having a well-thought-out road network, a road layout is key to having a successful, thriving city, and one-way roads do help with that a lot. We can toggle, we can only select the one-way roads. We have our wide variety of one-way roads. I play with all DLCs, all content creator packs. That's why I have so many of them. Never forget to use your one-way roads in your city, create your little corridors, create your networks, and your traffic will flow and you will have no issues in your city whatsoever. Look at all these one-way roads. This is what keeps a city alive. Next up, District Specializations. Oh yeah, sometimes I have industry demand and I don't want to expand on my industry area, on my really generic, stinky industry area. And so what do? I create a district, I add a specialization. In this case, the agricultural specialization will get some amazing farm buildings. Now, obviously, you will need to have a natural resource on the ground, the fertile land right here. And then you can add this. This is amazing because it has no pollution whatsoever. Look at our industry. It is super close to our residents here and there, and it looks good. It gives more variety, and it's just amazing to meet your industry demand to an extent, of course. Overlapping districts is another thing I find really amazing. We have two districts here, a regular one and a pedestrian one. You can, of course, go with a regular district and a park, regular district and a industry area, of course, with campus area as well as airport areas, and you can do some really cool things here. Look at that. We have a park, but there's also some residential buildings in here because I have two districts here. We have Linden Hills and we have Cooper Meadows. So Linden Hills is a regular district with countryside, and here we have Cooper Meadows, our park. I just put that in. So it's a really new park and it's not really big yet. How about some housing in a pedestrian area? Yes, indeed. Not just any regular housing. We have some self-sufficient buildings from the Green Cities DLC. I think those look really amazing. Residential buildings in an actual pedestrian area. There are no cars allowed in here. We have our regular district and we have our pedestrian area on top of it. Really amazing stuff. Now let your imagination flow. You can combine your districts as you please and create amazing little areas in your city. Since variety is the spice of life, specifically in City Skylines, I love the feature that we have the building variation selection right here. We can select different variations of the buildings that we plop down to get an amazing set of variations here. Look at the sidewalk cafe. It looks cool, but hey, maybe you're going for this kind of visuals, looking amazing. Maybe you're putting another one next to it and you want them to look a tad bit different, of course. Building variation selection, one of the great features in City Skylines. That only goes for a few parks and buildings, of course, but I just think it's amazing that we have that and we can really create these variations, various areas. Oh yeah, this looks really good. A souvenir shop, amazing. Hand in hand with that comes the vehicle selection variation. Right here, you click on a service building. Going with the hospital, we can do the regular ambulance, the fly car ambulance, the large ambulance, or we can go random, and various vehicles will spawn from the hospital as soon as there is an emergency. How about the cemetery? The regular hearse, the coroner's van, the luxury hearse? No, let's go with random so we have even more variety in our city. That goes with fire stations as well. Fire truck, large fire, mini fire engine, very cute, and police stations, of course, as well. The regular car, mobile command center, police supercar. Let's go. Another one of the most underrated features, in my opinion, is the traffic routes info views. So we click the info views and then we go to traffic routes, and we can see, if we click on a road, let's go and take our one-way road network here, where everybody goes. We can see where the busiest areas of our city are. Now look at this. Now I can see here the bulk of traffic is actually turning left, wanting to head into these different areas. That's good to know. Sometimes you see some traffic piling up, you're like, wait, I don't know why, what's going on? And this is also a good indicator to know where to add some more public transportation. You see a lot of cars are driving on our one-way road network. They're turning the corner here and then going into this area. So maybe another form of public transportation from this area all the way up to here could be a shortcut, and maybe fewer cars will drive on this one-way road. And in that same menu, info views, traffic routes, we have the junctions. This is vanilla, no mod. We can toggle traffic lights on or off, or stop signs, even whatever we want to do. All this, no, not all the stop signs, sorry. Traffic light. Look at that, it just spawned into existence. No traffic light. We have free for all here. I think this is such a useful feature to have. Oh, we don't need a traffic light here. In City Skylines, specifically here on your arterial roads. All of the side roads, they have stop signs, and that helps with traffic so much. It is unbelievable. So don't forget to use this feature, info views, traffic routes, junctions, turn off or on your traffic lights, and add your stop signs on the roads where you think you need them. Another thing, underrated feature, it involves money, is if we go to the economy tab and then over to loans, don't forget that you can take up to 3 loans in City Skylines. We can take. Look at our budget, kabloom. This is amazing. What I love to do back in the day when I was getting started with my city and I would need to take a loan, and you see you pay it off in weeks. Obviously you have to pay interest for your loan, so you take out 20,000 here from Silver Sunset Bank, you have to pay back 21,000. And what I like to do, once it is unlocked, you unlock the second loan in a later milestone, I would take this, I would pay the remaining loan, take it right back out, and grant me an extra bit of cash. Now obviously we don't need that here, so we can pay that all, but that was a cool little trick I love to do. Once you paid off a good chunk, took out the second loan, paid this loan completely, took it right back out, and got some extra bucks to grow my city. Next thing I find truly amazing is the sorting options that we have in the menus. Now, if we want to have, let's say we're in this parks tab here and we want, what was it after dark? I don't know. We can click on after dark and everything that was in after dark is only shown. I want to see what's in hotels and retreats. So only what is in hotels and retreats is shown here. This sorting option is really amazing when it comes to these kind of things. I also love it in the roads menu. Of course, we did see that in the beginning of the video. We can select the one-way roads, we can select two-way roads, or roads with decorations, roads with public transport. We have the bus lanes, we have the tram tracks, everything is here. I just love these sorting option, and it's a really amazing feature here in the public transportation tab as well. It is just so helpful, also specifically for the content creator packs. If you're looking for things that are only in the content creator packs, sports and venues, easy peasy. You click on it and you can get everything that is in there. Truly a game changer, a handy, helpful tool to know where you have all the things that you are looking for. I'm a huge fan of the walking tours in City Skylines. Now, usually when you create areas like this and there's no incentive for your citizens to walk here, this area would not be busy. It would be a dead area with no pedestrian traffic whatsoever. But we have, since Park Life gotten the tours tab in the public transportation menu, and we got the walking tours. And that is what I did here, a sneaky little trick with the walking tours. I added a walking tour. So these are usually tourists, but also your citizens are visiting the walking tour, and it makes these little dead end walking paths feel more alive. I mean, they don't just feel alive, they are alive. Katie Graham, an uneducated teen, doing the walking tour. Let's go. The props in the base game are really amazing. We have an amazing tab here with props, gazebos, fountains. We got benches, trash cans. We can build our own custom little playground. We have some rocks, some little buildings here. Great, amazing stuff. I love this little section here just to spice up my areas that I don't want to place any buildings. I don't want to zone no residential or commercial or industry. And I love that we have these props, and we can simply come in here, place some props down, and make areas look that much more realistic, build out with props, and this is great. I wish we would get more props than that, specifically building props. So just some buildings to place without any road access needed, just like here in the railroads of Japan. Just let me place some more buildings in my city. That would be really amazing. Just for looks, no actual function needed. I just want more buildings in the prop section. Please, City Skylines people, please, 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 please give us more props to place down. Landscaping is another great one, specifically the shift terrain. Left click under a bridge network to raise the terrain up onto the bridge level. It will stop raising as it reaches the road or the network here. Really great stuff. This is so cool. I love that. It looks more realistic. It gives more realism. Now, what you can do also, let me just quickly pause. If you don't like this visuals and you want to have the road be on ground level, easy. You just upgrade it to a different type and then go back to the type you want, and you have it on ground level. That's great. I think that is so cool. That's how we can achieve that look, that more realistic look that would be in a city. Yeah, I think that could make, or that would probably make more sense than anything else. So yeah, that is something really cool. Shift terrain to left click to raise the terrain all the way up until the network. Another thing I love about landscaping is the contour lines, and if we go to the level terrain, if we right click, we can set the height. However, since we have these contour lines, we will know exactly how many meters this is. Let's go to about here. Let's create a little ditch right here with like 3 meters or 4 meters of depth. And now if we come in here with our pedestrian walking path and do the same as we did before, we'll put that in that little ditch right here. And if we don't want to have it suspended so high, all we need to do now is raise the ground again to the height it was before, sort of, and we'll have this cool walking path. It even looks like overgrown, like weeds are growing out of it. You know, maybe it's not been maintained for long. And that's how you can create these ground level elevated paths with these cool decorations. In this case, the red railing fence. I think this looks really amazing. And of course, this is just a piece, but if you connect it with your city, chef's kiss, looks amazing. And last but not least, let's never forget about the policies. I tend to forget, but hey, you know, I'm just a guy enjoying City Skylines. So specifically what are really good is encourage biking. When this policy is active, most citizens will prefer bicycles over motor vehicles. We have such an amazing biking network in Kings Peak. Why don't we have this active? High-tech housing, you know, slightly increased land value, and it's a bit more upkeep, but it turns homes into much cooler smart homes to raise the land value around them. So amazing. Small business enthusiasts, low-density commercial buildings double their sales. The upkeep, about two City Skylines monies more, doesn't even matter because they double their sales. This is the money maker. Small business enthusiasts and big business benefactor if you have high density commercial. These two policies are really good for making money. You have various services, you have education boost, for instance, free public transport. Go ahead, play around with these. Never forget the policies in City Skylines. So amazing to use in your city, such an underrated feature. And those are some of my most underrated features in City Skylines. Drop me a comment down below with your favorite feature in this game. Such a gem. I truly love it. Before we end things off, I want to give a quick but huge shout out to all my YouTube members. Thank you so much. You guys have been knocking it out of the park lately with the membership subscriptions. Thank you so much for that. You can get that for as little as 99 cents, by the way. It unlocks all of the members only content on the channel. And yeah, thank you so much once again. Special shoutouts go to Sirhi the Guy, Matty Valdez, XNL, J to the Gin, Kitty Claude, Crazy Amon, John Penn, Call Chris Ross, Mishoiga, Brian Az, Celestial Otter. Thank you so much for going above and beyond with the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And don't forget to check out our city building series of Kings Peak right here on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and please stay safe out there. Bye bye now.